Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, it is the Sunday Funday show. Uncle Potsquatch is a little tired. We had Miss Potsquatch's birthday last night. It was great. It was a good time. I'm tired. But we're going to have the show anyway. It's going to be a great old fun time here. Just give me 2 seconds here, and we will boot this up for everybody. But it was a good party. Thank you all for your birthday wishes to Mrs. Potsquatch and the group there. It was appreciated. But just a moment here. Shit. There we go. Let me pull up the phone and we'll get the show started. All right. Just a moment here. Bum, bum, bum. All right. Now let me pull up the show so I can actually say hi to everybody. And then we will get this party started. There we go.
Hi. Do you have a chicken tea? Put a Monday.
There we go. Just waiting. Skip ads. Perfect. Oh, right there we go. Oh, perfect. We've already got a first dislike. Perfect. That's what I like to see. It's a good time. Let's go back to the beginning and say hi to everybody. What's happening, Reef Wilson? Good to see you. What's up, Mikey Miller? What's happening? What's up, Kyle Homewood? Stuart Parkins? Good to see ya. Just scrolling through to make sure I can say hi to everybody. What's up, Daniel Warpaint? How you doing? All right. Mostly it's just all of you talking to each other, so that's good. All right. I think I'm almost caught up. What's up, Fred Fury, buddy? Good to see you. Stuart Parkins, good to see you, buddy. There, Dre Nice 420, good to see you. All right. I think I'm almost caught up now. Mr. Tyler Macon, what's happening, man? What's up, Family Outcast? Jose Altrek, good to see you. All right. Adam Hansen, good to see you, buddy. What's up, Mike Safer Ride Squatch? What's up, Aaron Smith? Welcome to the show. Good to see you, buddy. Flippy Dibby, what's happening, baby? What's up, Kermit Frug, All Seasons Angler? Good to see you, buddy. Texas Pete, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. DK, what's happening? What's up, DOA Cowboy? Ganja Wizard, good to see you. Robert Brisbois, good to see you. Kinda Bra, what's happening? What's up, Riot Powder? What's up, Raven King 33? Dale Facuto, what's happening, buddy? What's up, Luke Paul? What's up, Ganja White Mike 81? What's up, motherfucker Jones? What's up, Happy Guy Wonky Donkey? What's happening, Dillian Sib? What's up, Michael Aisha? Good to see you. Jesse Berry, good to see you, man. Welcome to the show. Oh, man, I'm glad I was able to help you learn things. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's a big part of why we started this channel, was just to try to make learning to produce your own medicine a little bit easier and less intimidating and a little bit kind of streamlined. I think about when I was teaching myself to grow as a kid, and it took a lot of mistakes and doing things the wrong way to learn it right. What's up, Crispy Chris? What's happening, Justin Cooper? Edwin the Bird Bee, what's happening, man? Donovan Regner, good to see you. Trevor Neptune Beignet, good to see you, buddy. Joe Johnson, what's happening? Miguel Rodriguez, good to see you, buddy. Gazzers in the show, in the house, good to see you. What's the fate of the cucumber? Well, I harvested that one cucumber there. Wait for the other ones to grow now. What's up, Melissa McGuire Hunter? Thank you very much. I love making the videos for you and helping you to learn, and so I'm glad that's helping you. What's happening? Texas Squatch. What's up, Dr. Weedman? Good evening to you as well, my friend. My head hurts a little bit today. What's happening, Happy Dew Grows? Mike the Safer Ride Squatch. All right, down south grower, trim jail. There's worse places to be, you know what I'm saying? Whew, I'm caught up now. Whew. Bear with me, everybody. I apologize if I'm a little lackluster today and a little tired, a little slow, and if my brain's a little dumb. Simply put, it was a long night last night. It was a good night, good time. I'm tired. I've already actually had to go do a script read earlier today for a new, I don't know if it's a show or if it's a movie that's being shot for Netflix, but went and did that with all the producers today. That was fun. Had to go do that. And now, time for the live stream show. No rest for the wicked. You know what I'm saying? Whew. I like that, Jonathan Regner. Yeah, right? Now my head's all right. It's called consumption. It was a good night though. And Mrs. Potsquatch had a lot of fun. The ladies had a lot of fun. The strippers had a lot of fun. Everybody had a lot of fun. So it was good. I'm just tired today now. And I've already been working, so. Exciting things coming up this week. I'm looking forward to getting all the transplanting done. So we'll bring you the update video on Tuesday about that. We're going to be doing some transplanting and talking about some of the training and other things that we're going to do to the plants at transplant. We'll probably veg those for another week or two, and then we'll flip. Another piece of really exciting news I'd like to share was actually the new Squatch double rack that's coming to me is in the mail. So once it shows up, we will make it debuted. We will go live on the website with having the new Squatch racks available. There's a single and a double version of the rack. What does that mean? It's the same basic premise as a big Squatch or a double Squatch. One fixture on the single and two on the double. So we're going to have that coming. And we're also got, I got Brett to send me a little Squatch. So I'm actually going to do an experiment and do some stuff in the 2x4. So we're going to show what a little Squatch can do. And we're going to directly fucking reference the Mars Hydro fucking experiment that we did and just show how the little Squatch blows that piece of shit out of the water, let's be honest. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. So we're going to do that in a 2x4 with 2 plants. It's going to be a good time. Adam Hansen says, I'll put my plants and flowers out some more. I mean, personally, with my style, normally, I like to keep efficient and try to stay on top of just keeping things cycling and running. So I don't know if I personally would even veg it that much, unless it's got some seriously stunted growth, for example. Is that one from seed, or is it a clone, my friend? Jesse Berry, what are you asking about? Where can you find what? Yes, you are. Jose Canella, don't let people smoke dope around your plant or cigarettes around your plants. It's a good practice, not just to do. Don't get in the habit of smoking around your plants, okay? That's my humble 2 cents on that one. Jesse Lennon says, just a quick question about carbonated water and cocoa. pH tested was down low for us. I'm guessing it need the pH up for cocoa. The cocoa in and of itself is a little finikier in my humble 2 cents, right? So, you could definitely correct your pH on that if you want. I'm not a huge pH person, as everyone knows, but, given that, cocoa can be more fragile, quote unquote. So, yeah, you could feel free to pH it if you'd like to. There's not going to cause any harm with that, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, right? Oh, Jesse Berry, we don't sell them on Amazon. That's why you can't find them on Amazon. We build all orders to order. We sell them direct sale from our website. So one of our moderators, if you don't mind sharing that, I believe Mike the Safer Ride Squatch is already on that. Perfect. Awesome. So that link is to the website where you can buy your Squatch lighting systems. Brought to you by, powered by Soul Strip. Well, Exotic Eclipse, I don't know where you live. Our website typically auto-updates currencies via IP address. It's always fluctuating in Canadian. Because the mother currency, quote-unquote, of our rigs obviously says American, because one, most suppliers deal in USD, plus our partner company, American company. So sadly, in terms of Canadian currency and other foreign currencies, depending on what the local currency does, it fluctuates a bit. But then our prices are set in stone in terms of the USD. So feel free to go check out that and go for that. Dale, you certainly may donate some beans if you want for me to run. I will run your beans in the little Squatch experiment if you would like. Right? I know, Donovan Regner. A lot of people think my club soda carbonated water trick is really fucking weird when they hear it. kind of scoff at it a little bit, but it's a legitimate thing. It does work. I've been doing it for years. There's a reason why I tell you it works. There's a reason why I do it. And it definitely does make a difference in terms of meat titties, you know what I'm saying? So, hell yeah. All right, Jesse Berry, enjoy, my friend. And like I said, in the next week or so, whenever my double Squatch rack shows up, we will have those new ranking systems live on the website as well, everybody. So I'm not going to release any details on that until I formally have it in my hands. We're going to do an unboxing video and a video about the new rigs, and we'll be able to go over some of that shit and make it sexy and talk about that. We're actually going to be throwing that double Squatch rack at the end of the room. We're going to be opening up what I'm going to call Zone 3. Zone 3 is going to be rocking the racks, you know what I'm saying? So, hell yeah. Sounds good, Luke Paul. I will see you in a bit, buddy. Yeah, you know, the milk trick does work in terms of dealing with PM. I don't like doing it because, one, I'm an indoor guy, and two, I find it can make your wheat titties, not the titties themselves necessarily, but it's just like a stank, man. When you spring milk and you grow, it smells bad. And so at the end of the day, I personally steer clear of using the milk trick, but it is effective, though. I'm just not a fan of it, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Kerry Hodgson? How you doing, my friend? I'm doing well. A little tired. My head hurts. A long night, but I'm good, and I'm doing my best to put the show on for all of you, regardless. You know, it's pretty cool. Isaac Kendrick, the lighting brand and co-branding and working with you know, our two little companies together to help make professional grade tech accessible, reliable, and affordable for people is really nice, man. You know, I really like it a lot. I like knowing that we are selling stuff that works. We're selling stuff that is a product I believe in, and I know will work really well for people. So, I mean, that's pretty cool, knowing that we are making affordable, professional-grade tech for people that cranks. Hell, Dale loves this light, don't you, Dale? Jason Begay, you know, what's crack-lacking? I'm doing pretty good, just a little tired. A little bit of a headache today after last night's party, but I'm good. Doing my best to keep it rocking, you know, so. Aaron Avery. Hiya, big man. We'll catch the rest of the show tomorrow at the work. Much love back to the UK, my friend. Thank you. You know, I'll do my best to make the show interesting. We'll see how long I can last. My gas tank is slightly low today, but... Donovan Regner, the only time fresh pressing doesn't really work, really, but what you can do is you can take your living glands and you can make a dry ice hash with fresh flour and then get the keef that way, and then that way you're producing a live rosin. I have not had good success with just frozen fresh flour. It doesn't work. There's far too much moisture in it, and so for me personally, I don't like doing that. If I want a live rosin, I will take live flour off the branches, use dry ice right away, and then take that keef, and then basically, once that keef comes out right away, I'm going to basically try to press it as quick as possible to keep the integrity of the concept of live rosin intact, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I hope that helps. Christopher Strouder, I use carbonated water throughout flour. I start typically in weeks 2. You can use it in your last 2 weeks. Typically, I'm flushing in the last 2 weeks. So when I flush, I typically will do my main water flushing, and then, you know, I might throw a liter or two after the fact of carbonated water on top. So that's how I would introduce it during, you know, that flush period. Ooh, hell yeah. Ice cream cake and an unlabeled strain. That sounds nice, Jason Begay. Sounds like fun. The X4 Little Squatch is simply referencing the X4 board, which is the new board we have that we've made with the 301H chip, okay? So the Little Squatch X4 version, if I'm remembering correctly, to my knowledge, we're just putting the board in it. We're using the X4 board. We have both an X4 board and X4 strips that we brought in for the racks, okay? So that's referencing just the chip that's going in there. And I'm pretty sure, again, I don't have a little Squatch right now, but like, the X4 little Squatch, to my knowledge, utilizes our X4 board. I'll have one to play with fairly soon, so. Yeah, I'm not a fan of cloth pots, Jesse. Barry, I'll tell you, cloth pots are just a weird thing. I'm not a fan of them. Some people love them, and all the power to you. But I'm not. I'm not a fan of that one. Yes, Adam Hansen. I have a number of videos. Typically, I make a lot of tinctures out of RSO. So I've got an RSO video. That's an older video. I released a video within the last couple of months where I made some of my olive oil tinctures. I went over doing that. So we do have some videos like that. I'll release more in time to come. We've got a candy video. We've got 4 episodes shot now of Potsquatch's Cannabis Kitchen where we do infused cooking. So yeah, there's a few videos out there what you can watch. Yes, Jesse Liddon, just water flushing. You can use a flushing agent if you want, but and typically with cocoa, it should flush out a little bit easier. So where 2 weeks is a great time window for soil, you could probably get away with a bit of a shorter window on cocoa, let's be honest. But if you want to be safe, flushing for 2 weeks is good too. I've had the Skywalker Kush before. I have the Kendrick. It's pretty good. I tell you, it's pretty good. Good evening, Adam Squatch. Adam Squatch is in the house. What's happening, Irish Wanderer? Welcome to the show, my friend. Yeah, you know, Jesse, I mean, a lot of people out there love cocoa. I'm not a fan of it, personally. I mean, the dirt I use has a little bit of cocoa in it. But at the end of the day, I'm not a big fan of running straight cocoa. I mean, but that's just me, and that's a personal taste thing. There's 1,001 highways to the same destination, as we've often referenced in the show. So at the end of the day, you know, if you're liking it, awesome. You know, I'm not a fan of cocoa, but I don't mind putting a little bit of it in my dirt. But I'm lazy, so I buy a dirt that has a little bit of cocoa in it. I'm using the Pro Mix HP for those of you who are curious about that. Well, I feel you, Dale. I mean, I just don't like cloth, man. I'm all about my old school buckets. I enjoy that. Michael Wallace, what smell or flavors are my favorite? I like cushy things that taste cushy. If you know Kush, then you know what I mean when I say cushy. It's the only real way to describe Kush, in my opinion, is calling it cushy. But I'm a big fan of Kush. So things with Kush profiles are probably my favorite thing. Hey, well, thank you very much, Carrie Hodgson. How's dinner cooking going? Thank you for tuning into the show. Good to see you. I think you're SOL on that one, DOA Cowboy. Okie buds, I never really go by breeders' time windows. Remember, when a breeder tells you a time window on a strain, it's a fucking guess, okay? Different lighting systems, different environments, they will finish at different rates, okay? So always take that with a grain of salt. It's a rough guesstimation. It's not what you should not be basing your grow or your run off of a time window told to you by a breeder, okay? That's where, when we kind of start getting to week 6, okay, everybody, we're going to start looking at our trikes, daily gardening, staying on top of that, seeing what's happening, taking a look at the plant. The plant will tell us when it's ripe and ready. And so it's learning to see that, okay? So always remember, those time windows are more of a rough guideline, a guesstimation, a suggestion, shall we say. So I'd start keeping an eye on it at week 6, engaging how fast it's developing, you know what I'm saying? I know you like your Rockwool, Stewie. I hate fucking Rockwool, personally. I don't mind using little cubes for clones, but yeah, like the top feed Rockwool systems. I mean, it's a cool technique. I have a lot of friends who do it that way, and they love it. Just not for me, man. But hey, you know, like I said, 1,001 ways, the same destination, right? So Joe quadruple 7B. All right, I fixed it. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, I think we're good to go again. I apologize for that. We are now back. There we go. Technical difficulties, I apologize, but we are back. All right. So let's get back to where we were. I missed a big chunk. What was I saying? Fuck. What was I saying? Let me talk about, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I was talking about the 12-12 thing, I think. So basically, yeah, you start counting at 12-12, or the second you flip to 12-12, everybody. That's when your flowering window begins. I apologize for the technical difficulties there. Let's get this baby back on track. I'm just reading, everybody. Right, Reef Wilson? Remember the glitch? Who here was on that show? There was a show we were doing where we had this crazy glitch where the screen, like, melted. It was crazy. Nah, Stuart Parkins. The show just weirdly, like, canceled on my phone. Like, it's almost like a ghost clicked my phone off. I actually had to go back into the show and click resume show through the app there on the other phone there. So, not sure what happened, but you know, what are you gonna do? What's up, Chris Barton? You know, just having a few, you know, technical difficulties, but we seemingly have the show back up. Crispy Criff. Kelp is a very beautiful, wonderful thing that can be used in terms of making some great feed for your plants. So, you know, definitely kelp is good. It's one of those wonderful things you can use. There's a lot of shit out there that really goes really well into making different types of fertilizers and stuff, but kelp is certainly one of them. KGB? I don't think it's the KGB, man, but... What's up, Jose Canela? Good to see you, buddy. I don't think Mr. Trump cares about me too much, everybody. Oh, that's funny. It was trippy. Ajax Squatch, it was a weird one. Everything melted on the screen and went Technicolor and shit. It was pretty crazy. That's true, Running Bear. You can also ingest kelp yourself. Hey! Caddy and Canis Amateur, welcome to the show, my friends. Good to see you. What's up, Raw Power? Good to see you, buddy. KC Jim Coleman. What's happening, my friend? Good to see you. I'm just trying to do a show when I'm exhausted and tired, and it was a long night last night. But we trying to make the show happen anyway. I'm not sure what you mean by the abbreviation of TMV, my friend. A government drone wasp attacked me. What's up, Big Tree Farms? Good to see you. What's happening, Snowflake the Boss, man? What's up, KGB? What's up, Eugene Dolan? Good to see you, my friend. Yes, Eugene Dolan, you can totally mix your cocoa with your soil and use it to cut it. Just remember that cocoa can have thripes in terms of it. So treat for that. Be aware of that when using cocoa, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Michigan native? Good to see you, my friend. Fuzzy Bear, in terms of replacing your bulbs, regardless of wattage on an HPS, I typically replace my bulbs every 2 runs. After about 2 full runs on a set of bulbs, you're going to be drawing greater power with less light output. So it's going to cost you more for less, okay? That's why I'm a big advocate of LED. You don't got to change this shit. Where back in the day, you know, like let's say on a 1,000 watt HPS, typically that's about $150 for the bulb here in Canada for a good one. 130 to 150. And, you know, if you're running a couple of lamps, like that's a very expensive thing that you have to do every 2 fucking runs. So another reason why LED is vastly superior to HBS. But I would be changing my bulbs every 2 runs, my friend. In my humble 2 cents. What's up, Rick DeRosa? Good to see you, buddy. Wholesale tech, when you're doing the, I wouldn't say it's necessarily going to speed up the rate at which it's going to finish. Doing it that early and taking that many fucking fan leaves is going to hurt your yield. But at the end of the day, you did it already, so it's just make the best out of it. I would say, though, it's not necessarily going to speed up the rate at which it's finishing. It's just going to reduce what you get. So I would say play with it normal, as per business as usual. Especially if it's a strain that you have a rough idea, like you've worked with it before. Its finishing time should be fairly similar. You have bad news about my mini build. Okay, I'll call you later, Texas Squatch. Oh, I know, Byron Hayes. And I mean, we don't really have dispensaries here anymore that were like the medical dispensaries back in the day here. There was a time in Greater Vancouver where there was over like 190. No, it wasn't even Greater Vancouver. It was just Vancouver itself, where there was literally over 168 dispensaries just within the city limits of Vancouver itself. Now it's all government-run pot shops, and the government weed's horrible. It's usually about a year old. It's sprayed and filled with chemicals. It's irradiated. It's absolute shit. The shit's basically a step above poison. Like, the one video where I tried government pot once, you could see it. I just started having this violent reaction in my head. Like, I felt like my brain was bleeding. Like, there was something in the weed. I've never had a reaction like that to cannabis, ever. I've smoked a lot of weird weed. I've smoked tainted weed. I've smoked PM before when I was younger. I've smoked weed that had other drugs in it. But I have never reacted so violently to something. And you can see it in the video. Like, kind of like, my head just started raging, and then it felt that way for about 2 days. I felt like my brain was bleeding for about 2 days. So that was Canadian government pot. Yeah, it's safe for you, right? Ha 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 ha. Snowflake DeBatheth, I'm in day 50 of flower of the future #1. It's a sativa leaning Gorilla Glue cross with Starfighter F2. Nice, has slightly bigger buds than my Indica leaning platinum cookies and a GCS cut platinum cookies. It's always been green. Some plants will do that, Some plants won't fade out on you. They just don't do that. Not the weirdest thing. It is possible. Hell yeah, Ganja White Mike 81. Hell yeah, buddy. I'm glad you are enjoying your life, my friend. Yeah. No, I'm pretty proud of the work that Soul Strip and I are working together on. I'm really proud of our new rack lights and some of the stuff we've got developing that isn't released yet. We've been putting a lot of work in. Brett's been putting a lot of work in, developing some cool shit. And no, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited to get the new rack in the mail. That'll be fun. I should have it sometime in the next week. And I'm looking forward to showing it to all of you. It'll be a good time. Raw power, it gets you sick. Makes you really sick. Respiratory illness. It's PM. Smoking PM is not good for you. And it'll make you really sick. Respiratory issues. Oh, I agree with you, Reverend Veritas. And I mean, at the end of the day, is it possible for a large company to produce good weed? 100%. But they just don't know what the fuck they're doing. And nor do they care to do it right? Like, it's all about just pumping it out so it can sit in a fucking warehouse for a year before you sell it. And yeah, the whole pretend legalization in Canada, the whole market and industry of itself, the legal one, is just atrocious. Pretty much no one in it, for the most part, is worth anything in my opinion. It is just absolute crap. Like, the government came in and thought they could do whatever they want with weed and not listen to the people that know about weed and have been doing the industry before it was legal. And they've just gone and shot themselves in the foot. I mean, the government lost $167 million in the first year of legalization. Now there are companies that are reporting losses in Canada of $1.8 billion. $1.8 billion in losses. Take a look at Canopy. There was a point in time where Canopy was a company that had an established worth of about 18 or 19 billion dollars. I'll put it to you simply. It ain't worth that now. Billions in losses by Canopy. They pulled out of all their grow facilities in BC, South Africa, Central America. Like, they had all of these facilities that they were building and developing, and they closed them all down. Canopy shit the bed so hard, it's not even fucking funny. I had a lot of friends who worked for them that were out of work, right? You know, that's what you get with corporate weed, I guess. That's why I'm here to help everybody learn to grow their own. It's a better way. So Jesse Lunnon, I typically like to do that, what I call the pluck, in the last week there. So you can go as hardcore as you want, up to obviously taking every single fan leaf off. I do that technique. It's a very common technique in BC in that last week there, and I call it the final pluck. Yeah, how the fuck do you lose that kind of money selling weed? Even when I was in high school, man, your weed sucked and you underscaled shit. You could still make money. How the fuck do you lose that much money? Well, I'll tell you. 1, a lot of bad decisions. 2, hiring people who don't know what they're doing. 3, not understanding an industry that you're hugely investing in. 4, basically ignoring the history of what the industry and products were and just doing whatever the fuck you want. 5, creative bookkeeping and funneling monies out of the country. Because the funny thing is where all these companies have lost shitloads of money, their leadership hasn't. They've made a lot of money. So, you know, when you start delving into things and some of the creative bookkeeping that's been going on, it's pretty bad in Canada. So what are you going to do, though, right? But at the end of the day, that's just corporate weed for you, I guess. What are you going to do? Not much, I guess. Grow your own. Hey! Kyle Homewood cat pee smells like cat pee. It's in a strain called cat pee. I've smelled other things that kind of have a weird ammonia type of a smell to them as well, but well, that's the fans in my background, and I'm not putting music on my show because I don't need to get hit by copyright things. So thanks for the suggestion, but not going to happen. Okay. I don't like background music or stuff on my shows. So, I mean, if you've got an AC going and some fans going, it's the natural sound of a grow room. If you don't like it, you probably shouldn't be a grower. Or at least not indoors anyway. Yeah, Running Bear, you know, the weird thing is the government weed, right? I mean, it all smells like hay to me. It's all vastly overdried. It comes like powder, like you take it out, you touch it, it disintegrates into a powder. It's absolutely atrocious. Local Stringer says, I'm at 5 weeks and 3 days in flower. And the pistils are 50% orange and the trikes are mostly milky and some are turning amber. It's supposed to be an 8-week of flower. I'm a newbie. No, it sounds like she's finishing pretty quickly on you there. You know, I'd start flushing now because she might come down a little bit early. But make sure you're checking the trikes, though, on the actual bud itself, okay? Because often the trichromes on your sugar leaves, right, or the sugar trim, quote-unquote, will turn faster, okay, than the actual flower itself. So make sure you take a very close look, okay, at the trikes on the flower itself and not just the sugar trim, my friend. See, I'm a big believer in that too, my friend Ziman. It's like, you want good weed, grow it yourself. That's how you know. You want safe weed that you know what's in it and it's safe for human consumption, grow it. It's the easiest way to have safe weed. Grow your own. Hell yeah, grow to blow. That's awesome. I start using it at weeks 2 or 3. But at week 4, you're at a great midway station in terms of your flowering window to incorporate using carbonated water, my friend. Stuart Park and simple. It's weed. Know what you're growing and know more about how to maintain. Yeah, no, I'm on the same page as you there, Stewie. Oop. Clicked the wrong thing there. I'm just. Yeah, so Jose Altlek, tobacco mosaic virus, if you think about it, it's kind of like herpes to your plants in a sense. And it damages your leaves, right? So it creates almost like a mosaic look to your leaves. And what is that doing when that damage is occurring in your leaves? Well, they're not able to properly conduct photosynthesis, which is what it's using to produce energy and life and power within itself, right? So you're hurting yield, you're hurting vegging windows, you're hurting a lot of stuff because you're basically reducing the actual efficacy, okay, of your plant's ability to conduct photosynthesis. So Jose Canella, don't spray your plants with tobacco water. Don't fucking smoke around them. Don't ash cigarette ashes into them. Just leave it alone. Keep tobacco away. Don't grow pot near tobacco, and you will be fine. Welcome back to the show, Dale. Yes. So you're gonna get in there and peel back the sugar, as it were, and look at the actual flower. That's the best way and best place to be actually checking your trichromes for how done they are, because you could have premature pot where the tricks in the flower aren't developed really, but then you look at the family or the sugar though, and it's even ambering now. That doesn't mean though that the flower itself is ambering. That's your sugar that's ambering. So remember to look into the bud in a sense. Hey, thank you very much, Eric. Much love back to you. And man, I'm a stubborn prick, man. I'm just gonna keep eating me, and we'll see what happens. But thank you for the love and the support, my friend. I really appreciate it. I mean, you could, I guess, in theory, Art of War on two wheels. It probably wouldn't taste very good. Well, oaky buds, I mean, at the end of the day, in terms of harvest window, okay? Harvest window and where you personally may or may not want to take it, it's kind of a personal taste thing for a lot of people, right? So if it's 100% milky, let's say, that's when your pod is going to be at the highest THC content, okay? I personally like a bit of ambering. I'm into the ambering. I normally like to go till where I'm at, strain dependent, 10 to 40% ambering on my weed. So, and every plant kind of matures at a different rate. So that's where kind of starting at weeks 5 or 6, really looking at the trikes and checking them often so you can actually see how they're maturing and kind of the speed at which they are maturing, right? Is a great way to go about it. You know what I'm saying? So 100%. Wood ash is fine, but it's not tobacco. Tobacco. Don't do tobacco. What, the little Squatch? No. I mean, you could, Chance Morgan, but that's not what it's designed for. The little Squatch is a tiny light, okay? It's built the same exact way as the other lights, okay? And for what it is, and in terms of its size, it's extremely powerful. But, bare minimum a big Squatch in a 4x4. If you really want to crank it fucking fat, do a double Squatch. You could do a little Squatch in there, and, it will work, okay? But that's underpowered, though, for a 4x4, in my humble 2 cents. I add an R into the word trichromes. I like it trichromes. I add an R. I'm aware I do it. I've been doing it since I was a kid. It is the word that I choose to use. It just sounds better. It's like the chrome of my plant. So. Well, if Jesus was a real person, yeah, maybe. But I don't think, I know a lot of Christians who like to smoke pot, so. Oh, I didn't let people know that, Dale. Thank you for sharing. I forgot. No. So all seasons angler, there's an old, well, Jorge Cervantes for many moons has been telling people that you can bud wash PM off. You can technically bud wash some of it off, and doing a bud wash, okay, will remove some of the exterior PM. But once you have PM set into your plants hardcore, you cannot just fix it with hydrogen peroxide. Jorge Cervantes was a great knowledge. He was one of the people that I read a lot of stuff from when I was a young grower, okay? But some of his ideas are either outdated or have been proven wrong. You can't bud wash PM away, okay? Bad PM, once it's set in, is there to stay. You can get rid of some of it, but you're never going to get fully rid of it, okay? So that is a misconception. It's an old idea, and you can't just go wash all your PMs away. It's just not going to work. So at the end of the day, be so careful, because PM can make you extremely sick, okay? That's not me telling you what to do. That's not me trying to be a dick. That's just me being honest. I don't want anyone to get sick, okay? So at the end of the day, we got to remember that PM can make you very sick. Mrs. Potsquatch is town on the lawn right now. Just need to grab my smoke. Let's take it here, everybody. Whoop. 2 seconds there, everybody. Fuzzy Bear, for checking your trikes using a jeweler's loop is the best way to do it. Really, realistically, you need something that has a ×30 to a ×60 magnification to be able to see it. Having it backlit is also important, because that light will hit the trichromes and they'll kind of glow. It'll help you to see kind of whether they're milky, are they this, or they that, right? So yeah, DOA Cowboy, though, that doesn't remove all the PM. I'm sorry. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. Anyone who tells someone that you can get rid of PM on your bud by bud washing it using baking soda and lemon juice and this that, it doesn't work. It's not true. You can remove a lot of it, but there's still going to be PM in it, though, right? And so I'm like, for me, I just like to play it safe and kind of indoctrinate people to have healthy practices and safe things. And you can't just wash PM away. There's always going to be some spores in there. And I wouldn't recommend anyone ingesting it. That's just my humble 2 cents on it, but it's also just the truth. Yeah, she's doing the lawn and some of the edges with like one of those little weed whackers, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. See, I can't get my hands steady enough, DOA Cowboy, to use that for like taking pictures of trikes. I can't, my hands shake too much, like when I try to do it. It's like, I like to get one of those microscope type things that you can plug into your phone and like put it right close up on it. Adam has one. He said it's actually a lot harder to use than you'd think it would be, but yeah. Chance Morgan, PM stands for powdery mildew. PM is very bad for you if you smoke it. Okay, I don't care what you read on Google. PM is very unhealthy, and being around it and breathing it in is extremely harmful for you. I know that for a fact because I've watched my wife get sick from it. She worked for a dispensary for a long time that was selling bud rot and powdery mildewed pot. It was her job to go through the pounds and remove all the bad weed from it. They wouldn't let her wear a mask. Hey, Joe Lua, if you're watching, you're a fucking idiot. Anyway, moving on. But she got really sick. All the staff were getting extremely sick from it. PM is not good for humans. You should not be breathing the stuff in, whether you're smoking it or even just being around a bunch of it, okay? It's not good for you. It's really not good for you. Joe, quadruple 7B, there are claims that there's an app out there on your phone, yes, that can analyze THC. Complete bullshit. There's no way a fucking phone app can detect cannabinoid levels in plant material. Bullshit. It doesn't work. It's absolute crap. I'm sorry, but it's not true. So if they're trying to charge you money for an app that does that, don't do it. Yeah, no, it'd be cool if there was such a thing as an app that could do that. I would be totally on board with it. I'd be like, wow, that's super cool. But sadly, it just doesn't work. It's there's no actual science behind that. It's just a gimmick. And some people, I've gotten into arguments with some people about it. They're like, no, it works. It's a thing. I'm like, dude, how are you even saying that? Like, use your brain, my friend. Use your brain. You were gifted with critical thinking. Everyone has the ability to think critically about stuff and actually engage their neurons. An app can't tell you how much THC is in your pot. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work that way. Well, that's why I had such an issue, Reverend Veritas, with the dispensary that Mrs. Potsquatch was in fact working for, because they were openly selling, as one, a medical dispensary, and two, their cheap strains were grown by the owner, Jola, and he was growing pot filled with PM and bud rot. And so the real main issue with that is when you make that the cheap strain in a poor neighborhood and you're marketing as a medical cannabis dispensary, so you've got sick people coming in and people who don't have a lot of money, so they're going to buy the cheap stuff. And what you're doing is you're actually selling them something that's going to make them really sick. Like, it's just so sacrilegious to me, my humble 2 cents about the meaning of pot and all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, raw power. No, you're not, you could eat it. Yeah, I'm sure you could go eat PM, but I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. Just steer away from PM, guys. Like, oh, I know you would do it. I wouldn't do it either. But I mean, so yeah, you could probably eat it, but I wouldn't. Just be safe, everybody. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, maybe it could do that, Snowflake to Boss, but that's not going to tell you cannabinoid levels, though. That's just giving you a rough breakdown in terms of how many little trikes you got on your bud. That's literally it. Hi, baby. Sorry, I'm just saying hi to the wife, everybody. She's right there. But yeah, so long story short, um, oh, okay. Jose Altrex says purple trichrome stems. First time I've seen that. Oh yeah, I've seen that myself. Um, totally a thing. I've seen purple trikes. I've seen red trikes. I've seen orange trikes. You know, the not unheard of. Totally a cool thing. I don't have any genetics really to my knowledge that do that right now, but I've always wanted to sort of see some more of that in person. Probably one of the coolest weeds that I've personally seen in terms of weird colorations was this strain that my buddy grew for years, and it came out black and orange. It was the weirdest looking shit. It almost looked like it was bad, but it wasn't. It was just the plant, you know what I'm saying? It was just dark black. Hey, thank you very much, Rusty Shackleford. I enjoy doing what we do here at Potsquatch Growers, and I'm glad you know you're all enjoying it. You know, it means a lot to me, and I appreciate your kind words, my friend. Bam Bam Patterson, I technically have a weed tube, but I uploaded like one video and realized it's an absolutely atrocious platform that sucks. There's no one really there. And a lot of stuff, at least initially, that it couldn't do, I had a big issue with. Like, I couldn't stream, I couldn't do a lot of stuff. And I was like, fuck that. I would rather stick it out and fight for my rights on YouTube, because that's where we've built our audience and that's where we've started. I have no desires to leave YouTube. It works. My only real qualms is that YouTube does still persecute our channels. You know, they turn people's notifications off, it seems. I've gotten hundreds of emails about that. You know, it's just weird stuff. Weird things are happening, and the algorithm doesn't like us very much, it seems. But what are you going to do? But fighting for our right to exist here, I guess, you know. Hey, no worries, Reef Wilson. You have a beautiful day, my friend. Thank you for tuning into the show. I hope you have a wonderful day. You know, and that's the cool thing, Jose. A lot of people have said that to me. They're like, you know, thank you so much for kind of making it feel okay for me to share my grows or kind of show what I'm doing and stuff. And I never really thought about that initially when I was starting the channel, that could be a thing, like helping people want to kind of show off what they've been playing with and what they're doing. But it's really cool. Like, I'm really glad we've made a safe space for everyone, that they feel safe and they can come and enjoy themselves. And Oh, the government may be watching, but they've been watching always anyway, so I'm not really worried about that. Snowflake the Boss, YouTube has been openly persecuting grow channels. It's a known fact, man. Bam Bam Patterson, how do you post on YouTube? Well, you start a YouTube account, and then you upload your videos. It's pretty simple. Yeah, so William Pritchard is correct. When pot goes way past its time and it's like overripe, it will grow nanners. It is the self-defense mechanism within the plant trying to survive and keep itself alive, okay? So that can happen, so be careful. Excuse me. But one of the cool things, I think, too, like, it's really cool that a lot of people are feeling more comfortable about sharing what they're doing, kind of coming out, and, they say I helped them do that. And so that's really cool. And, I never thought that's kind of something that would happen, but, I mean, I'm honored to have people feeling more comfortable in sharing, right? So that's awesome. Let's see here. Bam Bam Patterson, if you're going to be releasing videos from a non-legal state, don't show your face, obviously. I wouldn't. Be careful on what you show, basically, right? Don't let them know it's you. Don't share where you are. So kind of just, less is more in that regard is how I would do it, suggest it, at least. If you want to start sharing things on YouTube, just be very careful. I didn't reveal my face on YouTube until... sort of the legalization in Canada, or what I call the Prohibition 2.0 pretend legalization happened. But at the end of the day, just be careful, right? So it was very weird for me when I finally released my face on YouTube. Mr. Tyler Macon, I've got one big wind king that's just creating normal air circulation in here. I've also got air that comes off of my AC. I've got a very rudimentary basic setup in here. Like, it's nothing fancy or anything, but it works. So, yes, Happy Dude Grows, good call. Make sure that the location's off and all that jazz too. Adam Hansen, so when you let your plant flower too long, it'll grow seed regardless. It's not so much cloning itself, but cannabis has this wonderful ability where it's able to grow male glands, okay, and fuck itself, basically. It's basically an attempt to perpetuate the species, I guess. You could put it like that, so, yeah. Can I show you? Show you what? Yeah, I know. A lot of people are like, what? Yeah, it's pretty funny. I'm definitely my own interesting thing, I guess you could say. Bam Bam Patterson, one, turn off on your phone, because phones can embed in location information on stuff, so make sure your phone's not doing that. But then when you're uploading the video to YouTube as well, make sure you're not putting a location on there, okay? Oh, they're moving a little bit. See? There's a little bit of movement happening. Right? A big part of why airflow and keeping your plants kind of moving a bit, why that's a good thing, okay? Simply put, is it helps to build up the plant strength in general, right? So the air moving around, and then it's on all of its points where it's flexing and growing, it's going to basically put more work into making those parts more durable and stronger and keeping it sexy and keeping it rocking and rolling, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't have tons of fans. You are correct. Oh, sorry. I think I did, Country at Heart Finley. If you say it again, I'll read it again. I apologize. I don't. Sometimes I miss things. Yeah, no, I don't have any issues because I've dialed in my simple setup very well. Like, I mean, my environment is fine, right? So you don't need a shitload of fans, okay? Having lots of fans in a big grow space is important. It's also important too when you're running like really hot lights. So if you're running like an HPS or something, having a ton of that is a positive thing. Crimped leaves, you mean floopy leaves, kind of get all weird. It can come from a number of things. It can be genetic, okay? It can be caused by pH being. It can be caused by overwatering. Bunch of different weird things. So it's kind of about paying attention to your grow setup, and when you're having weird issues, we kind of start eliminating step by step potential causes or what may be causing it or this or that. I could do a scrog video. I hate scrogging. I'm not an advocate for scrogging. I'm actually against the scrog technique. So I'd rather not make videos about it because I don't like it, right? I mean, tacoing is caused by a light intensity. So when the plant or your leaves are curling up like that, it's because the light's too intense for them. Sometimes the fan leaves too. If you see them kind of doing this, what they're doing is they're actually trying to get out of light intensity. So they'll turn on their side to try to avoid light intensity. Yes, I've got the Freak Show babies right here, actually next to me. I can show you all right now. Whoop. Still waiting for the third one to come up. And I've got a feeling that fourth bean won't sprout, but we will see. I'm not giving up on it quite yet. But there's the Freak Show baby. She has normal bicuspids. They're very long, though. Very long bicuspids. But I do believe that we're seeing some initial freakiness on this plant right now. So we're going to be, I'm kind of checking on them every 12 to 24 hours and shooting little bits for it. This one's still fighting to, shed the shell itself, but I'm not going to help it out. It needs to work and fight for that one. Yeah. What percentage of heat give off between LED and old lights? Well, put it to you this way, Tom Sobs. With a 1,000-watt HPS, if you get like a foot and a half of that, or within a foot and a half of that light, your hair's on fire. Okay? You can touch my lights when they've been on for 18 hours. You can grab them. You won't burn yourself. It is hot. Like, you're not going to want to hold it forever, okay? But you're not going to, like, severely burn yourself. Sorry, everybody. So, you can totally just grab them, though, and hold them. Even when they've been on for hours and hours and hours, so. 1 second here. Ah, perfect. We're up to 2 dislikes now. Good. Hooking or clawing like this, that's typically caused by nitrogen toxicity, my friends. So that's where dialing back nitrogen when we're in flowers is an important thing. Nitrogen toxicity in the early to mild will start causing hooking and clawing on your leaves. But then hardcore nitrogen toxicity in the plant will hugely reduce your yield. Oh, gotcha. Sorry, country. Jose, you should be fine if you go out for a cigarette and come back in. I mean, I don't really worry about that. If you're really worried, you can wash your hands. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, it's my 4 o'clock alarm. Yes, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of the feature on my phone, Do Not Disturb. I often mean to turn it on, but then I forget. Yeah, Mr. Tyler Macon, you really shouldn't, though, bud. You really should not smoke cigarettes in your grow room, bud. 1 second here, everybody. I'm just playing catch up now. One second here, everybody. I'm trying to read. The one cucumber's done, Eric, and I'm waiting for the rest of them to develop, my friend. I harvested the first one 2 days ago. My freak show came from Dale. Dale's in the show right now, I think. Say hi, Dale. All right. There we go. See, everybody? Dale just said hi. Dale was the one who was kind enough and wonderful enough to gift me the freak show genetics. Oh. I won't lie to everybody. I feel like I'm flogging a dead horse right now. I'm not 100%, to be honest with you. It was a long night last night. I had to force myself to get up and do our table read for the producers, and then I basically had 20 minutes to quickly scarf down some lunch and try to get into the show here for all of you. So I apologize if I run out of gas fairly soon. It's going to be a shorter Sunday show today just because I'm very tired. Yes, Tom Sobs, I have. I've tried it. I've grown it. I've grown hybrids with it. Vancouver Island Godbud is awesome. Right? Well, if I get a male freak show, that would be amazing. I've heard the male freak shows are very rare, though. Do I feel bad about harvest? I used to. I used to struggle with that quite a bit at harvest, and then topping the plants or doing high stress training was hard at times. I'm better at it now, and also too, I know I'm going to grow more plants. Plus, I am growing them to harvest the flower, so over time it becomes less traumatic. I don't know about Bruce Banner 2.0. The Bruce Banner strain in general, I like. Nice little hybrid. I've got 3 different versions of Bruce Banner in my bean collection right now. I haven't grown any of those yet, but it's something that I might play around with on the channel in future days to come for you. Local stringer, I use clones almost exclusively for my mother plants. So how I do mine, when I find that pheno that I want to keep, that special phenotype, when I'm in flower, I'll typically take in the first couple of weeks sort of some cuttings or clones of all the different phenos, and then keep them on hand, and then I watch to see how it finishes. But then I'm going to take those clones and make the mother plant out of it. So not an issue at all, my friend. Yeah, it was last night, Country at Heart Finley. It was the good stripper night last night. I'm just tired now. Very tired. That's why I'm gonna fuck off soon. Yeah, I'm a little tired today. I want to go sit and be lazy. I got some work to do on the computer today to try to fix the third-party payment provider, and I'm gonna get the new hats up on the store. A bunch of people have messaged me about that, and then in the last live stream show we were all talking about the membership thing, and so I've got to get that all set up, finish setting up our Patreon, and do all that kind of stuff because people have been really, wanting that. So I'll get that done too. Hell yeah, Dazeeman. That sounds sexy, buddy. Yeah, Uncle Potsquatch, a little tired, and my head hurts. It's amazing art of war what you can do if you damage a plant and how it can fix itself. I've even super glued plants back together just to see if I can do it. I also smoked a lot of cigarettes last night. I'm in rough shape today, but not good spirits, just tired. Yes, we will be hopefully doing that eventually, Irish Wanderer. Oh, these are cucumbers behind me. Those are cucumbers. I've actually got a sunflower plant. That's the wife's sunflower plant there in a little pot as well. Well, anyway, my friends, I apologize that it's a bit of a shorter show than it usually is. I apologize, and I apologize maybe if I was a little bit lower energy today, but please know I love each and every one of you. You're all absolutely fucking wonderful. I just need to go chill out. For those of you who are on the Facebook who haven't joined the group, if you'd like to, check out the Potsquatch Growers community on Facebook. That's right. Please answer the questions. It is a liability, and it's a lot easier if you just answer the damn questions, because then we can accept you. If you don't answer the questions, we have to go find you on Facebook. We have to message you. Please answer the questions, and then decline you, and then you have to go reapply and all that jazz. So, answer the questions. Check out PotsquatchGrowers.com. Right now, you can only really get the shirts. The payment provider is not working for our grinders and papers because they've deemed it illegal drug paraphernalia. So I'm going to find another third-party payment provider that'll hopefully work. I should have that all up and done the next day or two. We will be launching the new Squatch racks this week, so tune in for that. That's going to be a thing. Once they show up at my house, we're going to do an unboxing video and show you all of that. That'll be good. Next Saturday, we will do our darndest to bring you episode 5 of Potsquatch's Cannabis Kitchen. We'll have an update for you on the veg and cannabis on Tuesday. We're going to be also doing some videos of transplanting and all that this week, you know what I'm saying. So that'll be good. We got the freak shows going, so we're going to be, videotaping that slowly but surely, showing the progression of that little plant, or those little plants there. Yeah, we got a bunch of cool, exciting things coming up this week that we're going to, be sharing with all of you, my friends. So, anyway, check that out. Check out Squatch Lighting Systems. Some of the most affordable, professional grade tech around with customer service second to none. We are growers, building lights for growers. What do I normally say? The true goal is a forever student. Make educated, stupid decisions. Have some compassion for yourself and those around you. Don't be an asshole. Be an asshole. Word to your mother. All right, everybody. I love you. Much love. Uncle Potsquatch out. I'm gonna go be lazy and chill the fuck out now. Thank you for tolerating the shorter show, everybody. Okay. Much love and peace. Talk to you soon. Woo!